What did I ask?
Did you find it difficult?
Yeah, did you find it difficult or awkward when you first initially were on camera?
I did, because it was completely unnatural and no one was telling you or directing you like how to do it or what to do.
Yeah.
And so it takes time to like gain confidence with that. But nobody realised this, but I actually invested in a presenter school and thinking that that was what I had to do. I thought everyone had to do that. And it actually ended up being a huge learning experience, but I couldn't recommend it less. For the amount of money spent on it, and the end product was so disappointing. It was far too old-fashioned, and it was more of a case of like, it just didn't sit well with me. But I guess that was me learning about my presenter style and actually like building my own confidence in myself. And there are moments now where I think, oh, what's going on? And you're hyper aware, especially in live events. You've got 7,000 people around you and also this camera right in front of you. But it's learning chemistry, and it's just translating, being able to just be like, hey, Jess. But like with the camera lens in itself, knowing that you're still using that as a connection to the world. But again, if I didn't have my production experience or knew both sides of the coin, I probably wouldn't have learned that either.
Yeah.
And there's such a huge difference between yada, 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 influencing, for instance, to presenting on broadcast camera or at live events.
Yeah.
They're so different, but I don't think people realise that. And so a lot of people get booked for certain jobs, but they don't necessarily have the experience. But at the same time, it's like, well, you don't want anything to prevent you, so you just go for it.
Yeah.
But short answer, back to the question. But I was like, I know I have to do this. And it was actually working with a CrossFit competition called Tribal Clash. So between the years of 2015 and 2020, they enabled me and encouraged me just to experience like trying to do their social media, because no one really knew social media's position or role yet. This is back when it was just like really shoddy Instagram and no one cared about the aesthetic. There were no filters, and it was Lucy Mills trying to figure out like how you speak the voice of the brand and how you engage with the followers. And you're not going to keep everybody happy. That's impossible. But so long as the people that have hired you are happy, then that's great.
Yeah, that's kind of what we found with BMX Freestyle, especially because you've got so many fans, like you say, that you're not going to please everyone. You've got the hardcore ones who have come from the whole community lifestyle side of it, who live and breathe BMX skateboarding and are just hardcore. And then you've got the other side of it, the next kind of generation of fans. Well, like, for example, you've watched it, you loved it, and you follow UCI, but what you want from the hardcore fans, they'll be overlapping, but it'll be different as well. And then you got the families and you got the kids who are coming up. Like, I think you forget that, and you're not going to please everyone. So it's something I have to remind myself.
That's so true.
Because
catering for so many opinions, catering for so many interests and things, and I think especially what BMX taught me was the divide or like different subgroups within the BMX scene itself. And it must take so much to be able to just park some opinions aside and know that you're doing it for the greater good or like for yourself. And I'm thinking from the athlete's perspective. And I love that you can like be interested and invested in a sport and not necessarily have played or got any prior experience in it, and just being able to engage in media about it is actually enough to be like, I'm interested in that, something that I know about. So the content you create, for instance, is perfect for that because you feel like you're part of that world. So
that's good.
Yes, everything you post on the UCI BMX Freestyle Instagram, social media, it like you're able to stick with it. Otherwise, you're kind of just like falling in and out of knowledge, especially.
Yeah, some good points. Well, I'm glad you like the content.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Okay.